What up, though? It's your main man, DJ Killer Kev, and you're now tapped into the Electric Elevation Podcast. Chill!
Yeah, you probably got access to a strap, but it ain't yours. It's your big brothers. I had to cut some niggas off cause they was dick suckers. White or black,
Alright, welcome to Electric Elevation Podcast. Today I have my special guest, Kid L Video. How you doing today?
Doing good.
Alright. So, why don't you start off first by telling me a little bit about yourself and how you came up with the name Kid L Video.
Right, so Kid L started on Instagram in 2017, and the only reason I made an account was because I had shot a music video with Sada Baby, and I didn't even know what Instagram really was, but everybody said the video's doing insanely great, make an Instagram account. So I made an Instagram account, and my cousins always called me L growing up, especially my cousin Trevino. And then Kid came from my teacher, Mr. Carter, in middle school. He used to always call me Kid. He used to call everybody by their name, but he used to call me Kid. So I kind of just said, fuck it, let me put the two together. That's how it all started, really, feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how long have you actually been a videographer?
I've been shooting music videos and video production since 2012. Since I was a youngster, I was always shooting, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you were in high school, well, actually middle school probably, huh?
Yeah, man, even a little bit in elementary. Like, I was always just holding a camera. I used to steal my mom's video camera and just always be shooting. But then professionally, I would say I was like in high school when I started professionally making money doing it. If you want to call it professional, whatever you want to call it.
How did you decide if you wanted to shoot like movies or music videos?
Honestly, I want to shoot films.
Okay.
Music videos, you know, they say sometimes when you just do things unconsciously, you get those unconscious results, and music videos was kind of an unconscious result. It was just, I was making money doing it, and it was the thing people were asking me to do. And so I thought, I'm making money doing it, and it has something to do with what I want to do, so that's the field I got into. But yes, I want to make films. That's the real dream, for sure.
Okay. Did you ever have any type of schooling, like go to Specs Howard or Creative Arts or anything?
Hell no. I didn't go to no fucking school, and they wouldn't even have let me in that bitch, because in my regular school, I was getting kicked out 24/7 anyway, you feel me? So in film school, I probably would have get fucked up. Plus, my homie, rest in peace, went to film school, and he was a smart ass. He was my homie, like smart as motherfucker. He went to a really great film school, and he came back and he said it's all bullshit. So I was like, I'm straight. I already knew you could learn it all online, and just by experience you could figure it all out, really. Unless you go to school if you need to. Some people, if you go to the top level schools, I fuck with it. Like, yeah, you're gonna want to learn all that crazy shit and network with people, and there's details you're gonna miss, and it's a fast forward button for sure, but you don't need it. Put it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you meet Sada Baby?
So me and Sada actually met in a very crazy way. Me and Sada actually went to the same church.
Okay.
And when I went to church, Sada was actually singing. He was actually singing for everybody in the podiums and stuff like that. And I was like, this dude's fucking good. And people were like nudging me, like, you don't know who that is? I'm like, who's that? They're like, that's Sada Baby. I'm like, damn, Sada Baby. Like, that's crazy. This dude is just on stage right here singing in front of everybody. So he, out of nowhere, pulled me out of the crowd and said, yo, come sing. He's like, come sing with me, little dog. Come sing with me, because you look so like you admire me or some shit. I was like, bro, I'll sing with you, man. I don't admire you, but I'll sing with you, my boy. So I'm getting on stage, and me and Sada Baby are literally singing, all these prayers and stuff to a bunch of people in the church. It was crazy. Like, everybody was like, oh, my God. Sada was like, in the Heavenly Father. And I'm standing like, oh, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. So I was like, yo, I shoot music videos. He's like, well, I'm a rapper, so you want to do something? Then that's literally, we just started moving forward after that.
That's so interesting.
I swear, it's crazy.
What church was it?
It was St. Jude, it was like St. Jude on 14 Mile and Garfield or something like that. I don't know the exact address, but I was there to shoot for them as an event, but then I ended up just chilling for a little bit, and then that's how me and Sada met.
Okay, so you did like their live broadcast.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's how we met. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I could imagine being sitting in the audience and listening to you guys sing.
Oh, yeah. No, it was crazy. It was just a wild time, for real.
So once you shot his first video, is that how a lot of other artists found out who you were?
Yeah, so when I shot for Sada, I had no clue who he was, really. Like I said, I didn't really know who he was. I knew, everybody's making a big deal about this guy, so, he's established. Mm-hmm. But I didn't understand what the Detroit underground scene was at all. But anyways, I shot for Scoob, and then a bunch of other artists were reaching out like, yo, how much for videos, how much for videos, how much for videos? So I just started shooting. But I never went after any big dogs. I never went after big artists and went like, yo, can I shoot for you? Can I shoot for you? It was literally just aspiring artists coming to work with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, once aspiring artists start coming to you, did you know how good you were at first, or were you skeptical? Like, I'm gonna try to do this, but then once you start doing it for like Sada and all these other artists come, did you start like feeling yourself like, hey, I'm pretty great at this. I'm making good money at this.
No, I always knew I was all right. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there's great directors out there. There's like Diego Cruz, like, you know what I'm saying. There's like really Hustleberry Finn is Kiefer. Like, there's really great directors and productionists out there, and I felt like I was just doing what it took to get by, but they were the ones really putting in the detail. What really got people wanting me to come to video shoots and shooting their music videos is I would make skits at every music video. So we would shoot a music video, and then right after I'd be like, yo, let's shoot a skit to promote the music video.
Awesome.
And then I would do something silly or stupid, like somebody would take off with my cheese, or they would hold guns to me, and I'd be like the scary director. And that's what really attracted people to me, because you're getting promo from me and you're getting a music video from me. So that was the big thing.
So that was excellent marketing.
Yeah, I guess. It was just natural. I didn't even think about it.
Okay, so in addition to doing the skits, do you write the treatment as well?
For
the videos?
For the music videos? Or for skits?
Well, I know you do the skits, but do they come to you with the vision already for the... say an artist has 2 locations.
Okay, yeah.
Do you tell them how you direct it as well?
99%. I direct. I do production and direct. And me and my boy Nick, Vantage Photo, we get on set, we just look at what needs to be done, and we orchestrate it properly. I've rarely ever actually written a treatment just because it costs a lot of money for people to actually shoot real productions, and usually they don't book those packages. If they do, yeah, there's a treatment in place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, name an artist here in Detroit that you haven't worked with yet that you would like to.
An artist that I haven't worked with yet that I would really love to work with. Honestly, I worked with so many cool people, I can't even think of who. I honestly could not even tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked with so many awesome people, but I don't really care to be honest with you. I fuck with everybody, but I don't really care to. Okay. There's nothing for me.
Okay, so when did you get off into the reviews? Because we know sometimes he makes people mad and shit about with his reviews.
I started reviews last year, maybe a year and a half ago. I just woke up one day and I said, fuck this, man. People need to know that their music is ass. And then I just started the podcast that day. Literally, the day I got up and thought about it is the day I did it. And then it eventually worked out. I was getting booked every week to review music. So it was a cool supplementary, plus it was just a cool, fun thing to do. And help young artists understand what the fuck they need to do to help their career move forward.
Okay, so kind of came out of the pandemic.
Facts, yeah. If it wasn't for the pandemic, to be honest, I don't think anybody would have gave a fuck. In the beginning, the beginning is the hardest part to make people give a fuck about it. But then they're forced to watch their screens, and then they fall in love with the concept of the show, and then they start watching it.
What's the worst reaction you got out of somebody when you gave them a music review?
Honestly, the worst thing that actually happened was like a few weeks ago, which is annoying because everything kind of stopped. Like, after episode 30, everybody knew what the show was about. So if you got mad now, you're stupid. Because it's like, we all know, like, what you're doing, G. Right. So I didn't hear shit after episode 30, really. It was all pretty cool. Like, here and there, whatever. I was at a party a few weeks ago, okay? And this dude, we're all at a friend's party. Friends. Everybody's so close, tied in. One dude, he knew me. I didn't know him. He comes up to me while we're getting food from the buffet. He comes up to me. He's like, yeah, bro, you feel me? We can talk after the party about that music review you gave me. And I'm thinking he's joking. I'm like, we're at the party. I was like, yeah, I hit him on the shoulder. He's like, no, for real, we'll talk about it after. I said, B, we're at the party. We're having a good time. But the reason that one broke my heart is because we're all friends. Like, this ain't the time for this, bro. Like, first of all, who gives a fuck? Music, like, who gives a fuck? Second of all, why here, G? So that was really, besides people telling me they want to kill me and all that type of shit, whatever. That's whatever. We're at a party, bro. Like, chill the fuck out. This is not the time. We're
vibing.
Yeah, that was weird, but that was the worst for me. That was the most
annoying. So after the party, did he pull you to the side and talk to you?
I can't talk about that.
Okay, leave that
alone. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the Detroit music scene right now?
To be honest with you, I'm not the best person to ask about that because I feel like people in Detroit understand the music more than I do. See, when I review music, it's more about, does it sound good? Does it make sense? Can I vibe to it? Where would I want to listen to the song? Where does it make sense for me to listen to the song? And it doesn't really go further than that. But to understand Detroit music, it's probably best if you're from Detroit. Because there's certain terminologies I still don't understand. I still don't know what's going on with all that.
Give me an example of one you don't understand.
There's just words I don't like. Words I don't understand. No, just concepts.
Like slangs, right.
Slangs, but not only slangs, but just concepts. And it's hard for me to bring it up, but I'll just be listening to a song and I'll be like, damn, he's saying something crazy, but I don't know what the fuck he's talking about at all. And then I'll hear like 5 other rappers say that same exact metaphor or line, and I'm just like, okay, I don't understand. And sometimes I do understand. I'm like, who cares? But people in Detroit or
it's
people,
a big deal.
Yeah,
right.
for them it's like, yo, that's where we live. So I'm like, okay. So I'm not the best person to ask about the music scene too much. I will tell you this: redundancy needs to end. Stop copying the next rapper. That's for sure. Stop copying the next rapper. Stop thinking, oh, because you feel me, Babytron got off with this flow, I'm gonna try that flow out. Stop because DZ's doing it. Stop because Scoob's doing it. Stop all that. Come up with something from your heart. And I always tell people the best formula is this. Go write 1,000, all your lyrics, all your feelings, all your emotions on a piece of paper. Just keep doing that for like a month straight. Get in the studio, keep recording that shit. Just make new songs, find the right beats, find the right engineers. Keep recording until you find your own fucking style. But don't get inspired by somebody and think, I'm gonna go on the track and go, and all that stuff. That's weird, bro. Like, that is weird, and that just takes you in the wrong direction. Come up with your own shit.
Take notes. So what area did you grow up in?
That's something I can't talk about either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's off limits,
about it.
baby. Yeah,
Okay,
because people are trying to kill me. You feel me? So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Not now. Like, I'm talking about when you were a youth.
I grew up, Oak Park.
Okay.
Yeah, Oak Park for a good minute.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I know you said you want to get off into films.
Yeah.
So do you just want to direct a film or you want to write it as well?
Oh, man. I want to do Quentin Tarantino shit.
Okay.
I want to do the whole thing. The fucking filming it, editing it, writing it, just casting, just putting all the pieces together. Of course, having a team involved to put that together. And that's the move. But I'm going to wait for that for when the time is right, because I know the time's coming. But my next moves are basically to make the podcast as big as possible where I interview people. That's our number one establishing goal for me, is to get all types of people on my podcast. For instance, we just had DAP on our podcast, which is Dads Against Predators, which has nothing to do with rap or hip-hop. It's literally a group of guys that goes out and seeks out child predators and fucking basically puts them on blast. Okay, I love that shit. And I've had brands come in, clothing brands come in to talk about their legacy and what they're trying to accomplish. I want more people. I want people with stories.
Right.
That girl who got beat up that dude who stole her Mercedes-Benz, she was supposed to come on the show, and I would have loved to get that story just to hear what happened. But shit like that, I want to get everybody's stories and just get people on there. That's the biggest goal right now. I'm not really looking too much past that right now, to be honest with you.
Right, that's awesome. You're versatile. Me as well. I like to interview entrepreneurs. Everything isn't just music. Yeah. So I like to put a spotlight on small businesses as well. People that are doing things in the community. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Yes. So you were also saying that one of the things. This is what I was gonna ask you about Quentin Tarantino. Which is your favorite movie of Jackie Brown and Kill Bill?
Between the two?
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to go with Kill Bill because it has more replay value for me. Jackie Brown, I feel like you watch it a couple times, you know where it's going, you know how it's going to end. So it's like, but at least with Kill Bill, it's like there's so much shit happening in between, so much fighting, and so much cool shit that it's like I could watch it 1,000 times. So I'm going to give it to Kill Bill. Now, as far as like storytelling and as far as making a film that stands out, as far as like conceptually, I'll go with Jackie Brown for sure.
Okay.
For sure, yeah. Okay.
Name your top 3 podcasts.
Shit, Joe Rogan podcast is the biggest influence, obviously, for me.
And why?
Joe Rogan, because he's doing exactly what I think is what I want to do, kind of like, which is get everybody in the table, and it's doesn't limit it to one category, but also have things to inspire people with. And then Theo Von podcast is very funny. Theo Von is just a comedian. He's just fucking hilarious. And then the third podcast I watch is probably motherfuckers. What the fuck? Oh my god, the dude, the machine, man. I forget his fucking name, but basically, Two Bears, One Cave. It's with my favorite comedian Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. They just talk shit all day, and I fucking love it. I just
Okay.
love it. It's just them. There's no guests. Like, I love it. It's awesome.
Are there any female podcast hosts that you watch or shows?
Nah. Hell no. Because you know what, man? I have a thing. I'm not a feminist. I'm not a, what's it called? Sexist or anything like that. I just don't find females funny. And I don't find them interesting. And it's not because I'm sexist. It's not because of any of that. I haven't yet to find. Besides, what's her name? The girl who did the movie Bird Box. What's that chick's name? She's famous as hell.
I can't think of her name.
Well, whatever, man. She's famous as hell. But like, honestly, I swear, like, I'll just be watching. Or I love like when a woman is in an action movie sometimes, but I just don't find them funny, man. I'm sorry, I just don't find females funny. I have no clue why, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
What about far as
Sandra Bullock? Yeah, she's cool. Sandra Bullock makes me laugh. She's like the
only one that can make you laugh?
She makes me laugh. I'm not gonna lie, and that just shows like it's not about women. It's literally just like
what about?
it's just, I haven't found them yet.
What about far as hip hop artists? Is there
I fuck with Rocky Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I fuck with Cash Doll.
I know.
Yeah.
You got a little.
I think female rappers. I think there's a lot of sweet female rappers. Lil' Kim is still sweet. You feel me? Like so.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of sweet female rappers for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what type of advice would you give to an aspiring young adult, like maybe 14, and they want to get off into your field, but they have people being negative? You can't do that.
Sure.
That's not a good idea. You're not going to make no money doing that.
Let me tell you something, man. Okay. I've been invited to a lot of podcasts in the past 3 weeks, and it's usually younger people.
Okay.
And they're still teenagers, whatever. Can you come on my podcast? And then they'll be shocked that I came on. Like it's a big deal. Like, bro, it's not. Like, I'm nobody. But the thing is, their work ethic sucks ass, man. Like, all these kids that have had me on their podcast never drop the bitch. And then they'll ask me for favors afterwards, like, oh, yeah, can you get this person on my podcast? Like, bitch, you ain't even dropped my podcast. So you want to do all this shit. You want to be in the game. You want to be in the industry, but you can't even get shit done right, B. And then I was at one dude's podcast. We were filming. He didn't even know that the camera turned off halfway through. I'm like, yo, I understand there's a learning process and a learning curve to this shit, but stop being so fucking irresponsible and get this shit done right. If you're going to do it, do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop half-assing shit. Gotta hire somebody to run shit. If you don't hire somebody to run the podcast and it's just me, you sitting, and there's a camera in front of us and nobody checking up, you're fucking up already, bro.
Right.
Pay somebody to get somebody to shoot. My whole message to y'all youngsters, bro, just do it right. Whatever you're gonna do it the right way. It's not that hard. Go on YouTube and watch how people orchestrate shit and then just replicate it. You feel me? Like, that's my problem with these kids, man. They just have no work ethic or no concept of, like, getting shit done the right way. It's just stupid.
And your brand represents you. If you do things that are fucked up, that's a reflection of you.
Yeah, so that's all you can really tell these kids. Get the shit done. If somebody's telling you can't do it, who gives a fuck, bro? Everybody's gonna tell you can't do some shit, but just go fucking get it done, B. Like, what's the problem?
Okay.
I never understand that shit. Now, for real, I went to all these podcasts and none of them dropped. And then one of them, he didn't drop it for 3 weeks, and then he goes, yo, can you get Sada Baby on my show? I said, shut the fuck up, bitch. You didn't even get my shit done. What the fuck? You think I'm gonna go tell somebody else about you when you ain't even get my shit done? What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
So, yeah, I know you get tired of that. Can you call Sada?
Oh, yeah.
I know you get that a lot.
Yeah. You know what, man? At the end of the day, let me turn off my GPS because I don't know why that was on. But yeah, at the end of the day, I can't even get mad because when somebody gives you, Scoop gave me, even though it wasn't like direct, it was indirect opportunity. He gave me indirect opportunity because we were working together essentially, right? Mm-hmm. So I can never knock it because without him, I don't think Detroit would have looked at me for real because I think they would have been like, okay, who the fuck's this dude? He's not from here. Get the fuck out. But then when somebody kind of, I think in Goodfellas, they call like vouching for you. Like this dude's really trying to make it. He's really trying to be an entertainer. He's really trying to do this. So that makes people go, okay, we fuck with you, bro. If you're really about this, you're not from Detroit, it's cool. But you're trying to do this shit, that's cool. So I can never knock that people still fuck with me because of that. Like, people always hit me up about school, but I can never be mad about it because it's like he put me, like, really, he put me here for real. I don't know what the fuck I would have done because I would have wanted to be in the entertainment industry, but I would have went more towards YouTube, I guess, and, like, film productions, like, Hollywood style and shit. So I'm glad it worked out this way.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
How does your family feel about everything you do?
At first, everybody was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And now everybody's like, "Yo, this is fucking sweet as hell."
It's always that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing, bro? You in Detroit? Oh, you doing that ghetto shit? Oh, that's what the fuck? You could have been a lawyer. I was like, no, I couldn't have been a lawyer, bro. What the fuck? I got kicked out of 10th grade. What the fuck are you talking about? So yeah, that's how it kind of rocked out.
Okay, awesome. So any final takeaways or shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Shout out to Bankrose Productions ass. I know he's hibernating right now, but shout out to Bankrose because he was one of the first dudes that really made me feel comfortable because he was already in the scene, and he would reach out to me and we would reach out to each other and we make each other feel very fucking comfortable because we're both white. I mean, I'm not white, I'm Chaldean, but like we're both, you know what I'm saying, bro? The skin color matters to some people, you feel me? So that made me feel comfortable that there was somebody in the scene already stamped in, and he was like reaching out, telling me, teaching me the ropes a little bit, and making me feel comfortable. And shout out to everybody from Big Squad because they made me feel very comfortable. They made it like a family in that bitch, and anywhere I went, they made me feel comfortable, and they always believed in me and shit and whatever. And shout out to Primo Beast because that's another motherfucker that, you feel me, we're both, you know, outside the city, but we're inside the city, and people fuck with us. And we always keep in touch and keep each other in the loop. I realize with a lot of rappers and stuff, it's not, it's really business oriented with a lot of people, which is cool. But like Bankrose and Primo never made it like that. They always made it like families. You need, like, when you're in this bitch, you need people to call. You need people to talk to.
Right.
You can't be by yourself and just be like, all right, let me figure everything the fuck out. You know how many times I have to call Bankrose and be like, yo, I don't know what the fuck to do in this situation. I really don't know what the fuck to do. Because I can't go to my friends and family and talk about it. They don't know the entertainment industry.
Right.
They don't know it. This is the entertainment industry. We're entertainers at the end of the day. So you got to be able to call another entertainer or somebody in the industry and be able to talk to them and have like a real legitimate conversation about where you're at, what you're doing, how to handle a situation. So Bankrose would always give me the craziest, he would give me the craziest advice. So I don't know where the motherfucker is now, man. I don't know what happened. I seen he made a video first time today in the past 4 years. But shout out to him. And like I said, shout out to everybody in Big Squad, man. You feel me? Fuck.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to Kid L. I managed the Bank Boys. They were recently on his show. Yeah. And it did a lot of numbers on a segment about their shoes, the Maury's. Yeah. When they was talking about bringing Maury's back to Detroit with the younger generation. Yeah. That did numbers. It did numbers on your page. And on Detroit Rap News, it did over like 42,000 views. Yes, it did. So, Bank Boys they have a lot of energy, man. They have a lot of energy and they have a lot of consistency. It's just a matter of time before they pop the fuck off. That's for sure. Awesome. Yeah. All right, so shout your social media tags out. You can find me on Kid L Video on Instagram. That's kid.l.video. And then YouTube is the same thing. Everywhere else is really pretty much the same thing. All right. Thank you very much again. It's your girl Kim from Electric Elevation. Follow me on at Electric Elevation on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube, Electric Elevation Podcast. Peace. Peace out.